Hey everyone, hope everything is going well. So, a bunch of things going on this week, and I'm just going to cover a few of them. I saw this on Shine150 Instagram. I put it on my story. Now, for playback, it's a lot easier for some reason for me to put it on my story rather than go to YouTube. There's always, this lag. So, take a look at this. I find this crazy.
One shot right down the middle. It's not my first time doing this. Pulls back beautifully. Look at that. How many people you know are that good? There's the card. There's the label. I'm going to keep you posted.
Yeah, for some reason the audio didn't work when I recorded this, but yeah, he decided to take the card out like this. This is just wild, man. Wild. Absolutely wild. Insane. Absolutely insane. And
This puppy.
and then if you go to Shine 150's Instagram, he got a PSA 10 Auto 10. Very interested. 2003 Upper Deck Exquisite Michael Jordan. Number piece auto. Very nice looking card, 15 out of 23. Now, David Kahana got blocked after saying this. I cracked up. Exactly what you wanted to do with this one card. I think you are a Fusin Fed and greedy Fuser. 9.5 isn't good enough. Just like you had to double snitch. Clown. Dude. Man, this is hilarious, man. What also was hilarious was just listening to Whitlock. Whitlock is one of the few people that I actually listen to as sports journalists. Not because I agree with everything he says, like when he talks about sports. But the reason why I listen to him is because he honestly believes what he says. So I listen to it. You can just tell like who believes what they say and who doesn't believe. And he's on an independent network, so he could basically say whatever he wants. That's the other thing too. If you're on ESPN, you can't really talk about what you want to talk about. Fox Sports, same thing. So this is why I, listen to him just to, keep an open perspective out there. Some things I like, some things I don't. But let me uh, play this one clip, and I thought it was just ridiculously hilarious in the comparison that he made when comparing Luka Doncic getting traded to the Lakers and what he compared to. Hilarious.
James, the NBA offices have this elaborate scheme to get Luka Doncic there to give the self-proclaimed king LeBron one final run at an NBA championship, or maybe just maybe the Dallas Maverick ownership are a bunch of idiots like the ones that are running the Denver Nuggets right now. I really can't decide which it is.
Willing to go there, and I'm really not. It's this is like you know what this trade is. I'll give it to you. I'll give you and I'll give you an analogy. Building 7 committing suicide on 9/11. You'll never convince me that that building just fell because it looked over and said, "Oh, the Twin Towers. I'm so distraught. Let me commit suicide," or debris or whatever they said took that down. I'm just sorry, I can't go there. And so
Had been cleared faster than the rest of the site.
All right. So, yeah, I think the other guy was laughing. The other journalist. I don't know who that guy is. But yeah, then I had another post, it's a typo here. Whitlock infers just how Building 7 was pulled. Luca was traded in the same way. This is what he compares it to. So for those that don't know anything about Building 7, just take a look at this short video. Some hanky-panky went down with Building 7, the third building that no one talks about.
There had been no bodies to recover. Pelted by debris when the North Tower collapsed.
7 burned until late afternoon, allowing occupants to evacuate to safety.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. I said, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
So, Larry Silverstein, the owner of Building 7, basically said they did a controlled demolition. All right. And, there's a lot of evidence out there that it was a controlled demolition. I mean, like the way that building fell, a building does not fall down like that on its own volition. And, buildings even that have fire, it takes time. So for a building like that, that was demolished, the third building for sure. And you could just go bunch of places in audio, and one of the guy, Ron and Sana, I think a CNBC contributor at one point, and he said that he knew he was in New York. He worked in New York back in the day in the industry, and he said that people are talking about how fears that if the building had fallen sideways, you're going to wipe out a good part of lower Manhattan. So they did manage for one to take down that building in a controlled implosion later on. So yeah, it was a controlled demolition. So what Whitlock is saying, if you just go to the story, it was a controlled demolition. And he said Luka Doncic's trade is a controlled demolition. Like hanky panky went down. Just like with Building 7, hanky panky. Probably they wanted to destroy some really nasty stuff in that building. And why would they do a controlled style trade of Luka Doncic? That's something you got to ask. Is it so LeBron could get another title? Is it, to make the Lakers a great team again, to get more viewers? You have to understand the viewers in the United States going down. You don't necessarily want to depend on China and Asia to get the ratings. You want to get the ratings here in the United States, even though we're importing more foreign players. America, is what made basketball a very popular sport, right? So that's just a few things out there. So, if you look at LeBron's cards, you've seen definite increase. Maybe because people are thinking, hey, look, LeBron has a few more years. Maybe if he plays for Luka for the next few years, they could win maybe at least one title. His price premium jacked up. So it is what it is. I do find it very interesting. I know it's not completely a a sports card topic per se, but it is something to think about. A journalist like Whitlock thinks that Major Hankus Pankus went down. So it is what it is for cards. Let me know your thoughts about this. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. See ya.